As talk about removing Canadian inter-provincial trade barriers heats up, reaction tonight from the trucking industry. It's long been calling for changes to make Canadian trade more accessible and profitable. To talk more about that, Aaron Delinick, the Executive Director of the Manitoba Trucking Association, joins me now. Aaron, good to speak with you.
Thanks for having me.
We heard from Canada's First Ministers who have now made a pledge to topple internal trade barriers. I'm curious to get your reaction to this.
I think it's great news. I think there's a lot of work ahead of us, as this is fairly complex. And as they say, the devil's always in the details.
What are some of the issues truckers face right now as a result of these barriers?
Well, I think a simple way to describe it is, every province and jurisdiction in Canada has somewhat harmonized rules, but those rules are implemented differently in each jurisdiction. So being able to navigate them from one jurisdiction to the next becomes very complex.
What benefits would scrapping these barriers have, when it comes to moving goods and services around this country?
It would save time and energy and effort, duplication of effort in each jurisdiction, and just quite frankly, paperwork and red tape that really does not need to be there.
With the ongoing threat of U.S. tariffs still looming, how important is it for the trucking industry that provinces in this country unite now and eliminate these internal barriers?
Well, I think as a country, we need to be as competitive as possible. And this is a great opportunity to look at things like inter-provincial trade barriers to make our industry and our economy more competitive.
Aaron, I want to thank you for your time and your insight tonight. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you so much for having me.